Hi guys, Dylan here. Gonna do a quick Mbuna update because I showed you my new filter I got off Craigslist for steel, and I initially wanted to put it on the Brashadi tank, but it wasn't fitting, and I didn't want to put a brand new filter, something that hasn't been seated on a tank that's really not too established yet. So I got it in here, and I tell you, with that new carbon cartridge and the fact that it's a new filter and this is an established tank, this tank looks crystal right now. It just shows how, you know, great all the rocks look as far as algae growth. I mean, everything pops. I mean, let's check out the fish. But yeah, I was questioning putting on a Brashadi tank because, like I said, that tank was just set up, and to put a brand new filter on a tank that really hasn't established itself as far as what's growing on the substrate and in the aquarium itself. So I'm gonna let that tank run for a little bit, and I'll likely purchase another filter to put on there once it gets going. But yeah, the 70's on here now, which was a good thing too. I had an Aqua-Clear Fluval 50 on here, which never belonged on this tank to begin with. Even though it was the second filter, I mean, I got my my 110 on this side, but now that these fish are put some size on them and almost fully grown, and definitely a very heavy bio load with what I feed them. It's great to have this 70 on here, So I got the 110 and the 70 on the 55 now, and we'll see how it goes. I mean, it's let's see, that's 500 gallons an hour. The 70's 300 gallons an hour. There's relatively 50 gallons in here with the displacement and the filter volume, so that's 16 times an hour this tank cycles with these filters now. So I can dig it. The fish, they definitely react to the clarity in the water. I mean, you see it in their behaviors. Let me try to get in here. I'm kind of way back, but let's zoom in so I can really show you what's going on inside this tank as far as clarity, if they cooperate. There we go. Hey, buddy. Really get a good look at him. I mean, their colors are just popping. There he is. Come out for a minute, bro. Just want to see you. Instead, he'll stay in the shade. Great, good job. Comes right around here, right where there's good light, and I can really zoom in. I mean, that's where you see it. This is the part of the tank where I see so much clarity in these fish. And it's just the way I have the lighting set up. So not a very good angle, but I try. I don't know if I noticed this before, I know I said this before on video, but you see that neon in her face, that neon purple look. That's new, and that's the only real notice in any of these fish. Only real distinct color change I've noticed, feeding the ultra red now, is that neon in her face. That blue, or purple rather, really pops out. You see that right in her face? That's got to be the ultra red. I do see a little bit of oranging in the zebras. I think I've said that before on video, but not too bad. Brutus, with his weird patterns, he's not having too many color changes feeding the ultra red. I mean, he looks what he looks like, I wish he would come out. Dude, it seems I get the camera out and they all want to mess around and not do a thing. Not cooperating fish. That's alright. They're still adjusting to the new filter, It's got a different kind of flow. A little different circulation in here, so they're acclimating. Chipotle wants to act up, huh? No, you don't, says Mr. Eratus. See, these are the cops lately. The Eratus and the Socolify, which has always been the case, you know. I've told you before, the Eratus is number 2 only to the Socolify. And, it's almost like the Socolify is the king and this is like his deputy. He does all the brunt work. And this dude just, you know, runs the show from right here. Nobody messes with these two cats. And I'm pretty sure I've said that the Rusty's coming up too. It's almost like 1, 2, 3 now. Socolify, Eratus, and then Rusty. The Rusty does a little bit of bullying lately too. So funny. Brutus is, you know, just as big as the other fish, and he's such a gentle giant. He's still just very cool. Running away, being chased off. But yeah, there's the Mbuna update, guys. I wanted to tell you about the filter because I didn't put it on the Brashadi tank. I put it down here, and we'll see what happens. Like I said, 16 times an hour. You know, that's what you need to do when you're stocking a tank. I mean, not heavily stocked for an African tank. I've said that before, but there's still larger fish, and it's a water volume of, like I said, 50 gallons, and fairly decent sized bio load. So. And particular how I keep my tanks with, you know, the natural green algae decor. I mean, I need waste to decompose on the substrate, and I need a little higher nitrates to get this stuff growing. So the new filter's a benefit. Thanks, guys. Thanks for tuning in. I guess I got them going because I stuck the camera up here, huh? But I did wanted to show you the clarity of the water, and pretty sure that's, you know, just from the new carbon filter. You know, the new carbon package that comes in a new filter. But thanks, guys. I appreciate it. Have a good one. Peace!